Hello class and welcome back. In this video we're going to write a program named web address that asks a user for a business name. Suggest a good web address by adding www dot to the front of the name, removing all spaces from the name and adding .com at the end of the name. For example, a good web address for Acme Plumbing and Supply is www.acmeplumbingandsupply.com. All right, let's go ahead and open up Visual Studio. This seems easy. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's already running. I'm recording with it. Visual Studio. We're going to create a new project, console app, and this is going to be web address. There we go. So basically we're going to look through, we're going to do a loop and look at every position in what the user gives us. And if that position is a space, we're going to take it out and add it to a new string. So we're going to play around with some strings and some index positions and things like that. So let's go ahead and start by, of course, getting our system tools, our using static system.console tools out. We're going to have a class called web address with a body for the class, and then we're going to have a static void main method with a body for it as well. Okay, so we're going to have to get our user to enter something. So we're going to have some string data. And our string is just going to be the name of the company, right? We don't know what that is yet. We're going to have a string, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this old string, the name. So I'm going to have a new name. So we're going to take this string, the name that the student gives us. We're going to take that and we're going to look at every letter. And if the letter is not a space, we're going to add it to new name. So new name is going to start off as what's called a blank string. There's not going to be anything in it. So there's no space in between these double quotes. It's just nothing. And so if it is not a space in the name, we're going to add it to this new name. If it is a space, we're going to ignore it and drop it. So that's the two strings we're going to be playing with. We're going to have a integer, and this is just going to be a throwaway integer called x. We're going to prompt our user, so we're going to use a write statement and ask them to enter the business name. And whatever they type in is going to be the name. So name is going to equal readline. And since readline automatically puts it in string format, we don't have to do any converting. Okay, so now that we have our name, we're going to go through it. So we're going to need a for loop. So we already have x. So for x equals 0, and this is talking about the index positions in this for loop. So we're going to start at the 0 index position. And as long as x is less than name.length. So we have the length of whatever they type in. Length is the amount of index positions that we have inside the string. So as long as x is less than that length, we're going to continue this loop. And we're going to increase x as we go. So it'll go to the index position 1 on the second, index position 2 on the third iteration of the loop. So we're going to go all the way through the name looking at each character as we go. So in this for loop, we're going to have a decision to make. If not string dot equals name dot substring, can't spell, name dot substring, name dot substring x comma 1 comma space. So basically this is saying if it does not equal a space wherever x is in the substring. So we're taking one at a time, one index position at a time. And if it does not equal a space, then we're going to add it to the new name. So the way to do that is we're going to say new name plus equals name dot substring x comma 1. And this x comma 1 is saying wherever x is in the name. So if your name, let's come down here. If your name is Home Depot, right? If x is 1 or 0, h is 0, 2, 3. Let's work with m. So x is 0, o is 1, m is 2. So if x is 2, then we're going to be looking at the m, and we only want to take one position. We only want to take the m itself. We don't want the e or the o tied with it. So that's what the 1 is for. We're only taking the 1. We're not going anywhere else. So we're taking the one letter out of your business name that matches where x is. We're adding it to the new name up here because it's a blank string. And just like when you're adding to count or a total, you have to give it something to add to. You can't just have it as nothing, as no string at all. So you can't do that. That won't work because you're adding a letter to absolutely nothing. What you do is you have to add the letter to an empty string so it has a place to put it. Okay, so if it is not a space, we're going to add it to new name, and that's just this entire for loop. There's no need for curly braces because it's only looking one line at a time. We only have one line of instructions. And after our for loop, we're going to write out. We're going to do a write line, and we're going to take a look at this business name. The www.com is going to be added to it. So we're going to say, how do they word that? A good web address. Let's just do this. www.com, whatever. Okay. Let's just say write line, and we're going to add www dot. We're going to put a plus and, or you know what? Let's just do a placeholder. www dot. No, let's not do a placeholder. www plus. We want the new name plus. Then we're going to do a .com. And that should be it. So let's run the program. Enter a business name. Let's try Home Depot. www.homedepot.com. Good job, Home Depot. All right. So it did take out the space. It added it here. There's no spacing. Um, looks like it works perfectly for me. If you have any questions over this, please let me know, and we will see you in the next video. You guys have a great day.